Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I've been shedding light on the rulers of ancient Israel and their burial practices. Uncovering these tombs would offer critical insights into that era's governance and cultural customs, enriching our understanding of ancient Israelite society. Nevertheless, the discoveries made within the city of David have been invaluable. They have allowed archaeologists and scientists to piece together the history of Jerusalem and the daily lives of its inhabitants during the United Monarchy period. Each new find has expanded our knowledge and provided clarity about the past, offering glimpses into the rich tapestry of ancient Israelite civilization, the mysteries of Solomon's tomb. Before Dr. Mazar's groundbreaking discovery, numerous speculations swirled about where Solomon's tomb might lie. Some speculated that it rested beneath the Temple Mount, a site revered by Judaism, Christianity, and Islam alike. Known as Haram al-Sharif in Islam, this noble sanctuary is where Prophet Muhammad's celestial night journey, mounted on a winged horse, is believed to have occurred. An event commemorated by the Dome of the Rock, an architectural marvel of Islam. Over the centuries, the Temple Mount has been contested terrain, seized and ruled by diverse peoples including the Jebusites, Israelites, Babylonians, Greeks, Persians, Romans, Byzantines, early Muslims, Crusaders, Mamluks, Ottomans, and the British. Spanning just 35 acres, it has witnessed more historical turning points than perhaps any other site globally. Yet, archaeologists faced significant hurdles in uncovering its buried secrets, as the Waqf, the Islamic trust in charge of overseeing Muslim holy sites on the Temple Mount, historically barred extensive archaeological digs, citing religious sanctity and resisting what it viewed as sacrilege. Despite sporadic surveys by adventurous Europeans in the late 19th century and limited excavations by the British during the renovation of the Al-Aqsa Mosque in the early 20th century, the depths beneath the Temple Mount remained largely unexplored. This limited exploration meant that even if Solomon's tomb lay concealed there, finding it remained a formidable challenge without systematic investigation. The notion of hidden chambers beneath the Temple Mount, while intriguing, remains speculative due to the absence of conclusive evidence. Ancient texts and traditions hint at royal burials near or around the Temple Mount, with stories suggesting that kings like Solomon were possibly interred close to this sacred precinct. The connection to Solomon's temple, the epicenter of Israelite worship built under King Solomon's guidance, further fueled beliefs that his final resting place might be close to this revered structure. Additionally, some ancient texts allude to hidden chambers and secret passages beneath the revered Temple Mount, suggesting the existence of rooms or tunnels where significant artifacts, possibly including royal tombs, might have been concealed. Unfortunately, the inability to explore these areas makes it challenging to substantiate these intriguing tales. Archaeologists have conducted meticulous investigations around the Temple Mount, but have yet to unearth definitive evidence of Solomon's tomb. These efforts are carefully executed to preserve the site's integrity and historical significance. While these excavations have yielded fascinating artifacts and structures, the mystery of Solomon's final resting place remains unresolved. If, as some speculate, Solomon's tomb lies within the Temple Mount, its discovery would mark a profound moment, not only for archaeology, but also for enthusiasts of history and religion. Yet, the quest for Solomon's tomb spans beyond the Temple Mount. Mount Zion has also been proposed as a possible site for Solomon's tomb, traditionally associated with the city of David. However, this belief stems from a historical misunderstanding. King David's actual burial site lies in the southeastern part of Jerusalem's Old City, known as the City of David. Early 20th century excavations by French archaeologist Raymond Weil uncovered structures he believed to be royal tombs in this area. Today, it is widely accepted that David was buried in the City of David, south of the Temple Mount, debunking the notion of Solomon's tomb being on Mount Zion. According to some accounts, there is a belief that Solomon's body was taken to Ethiopia and buried in a hidden place. This idea is supported by long-standing Ethiopian traditions that claim to have relics connected to Solomon, including his crown and throne. Another theory proposes that Solomon's body may not have been buried at all, but instead could have been cremated or otherwise destroyed. This theory arises because there is no clear evidence or archaeological discoveries that definitively identify where Solomon's tomb might be. The mystery surrounding Solomon's ultimate resting place remains a captivating topic for scholars, historians, and archaeologists, as it continues to be shrouded in uncertainty and intrigue. Secrets of Zedekiah's Cave. Deep beneath the busy streets of Jerusalem's Old City lies a hidden world of mystery and legend. This secret place whispers ancient secrets to those brave enough to explore its dark corridors. Zedekiah's Cave is at the heart of this underground realm, also known as Solomon's Quarries. This enormous limestone quarry has fascinated scholars, adventurers, and curious visitors for centuries. Legend has it that this vast underground chamber, stretching over 5 city blocks, served as a hiding place for King Zedekiah, a Judean ruler from the 6th century BCE. During the siege of Jerusalem, King Zedekiah sought refuge in the cave as the Babylonian army advanced. The biblical commentator Shlomo Yitzhaki, affectionately called Rashi, tells a thrilling tale of Zedekiah's escape. He describes how the king hid in the cave and fled through its winding passages towards the plains of Jericho. As Zedekiah made his way through the darkness, a miraculous event unfolded. God sent a deer running above ground, guiding the pursuing soldiers to the cave's exit just as Zedekiah emerged. This allowed them to capture and blind him. This chilling story adds to the cave's allure, but its connection to the Freemasons has sparked even more interest. The Freemasons consider Zedekiah's Cave a sacred site, believing it was a meeting place for the Knights Templar. They think the cave holds secret symbols and codes, hinting at the order's hidden knowledge. However, there is no solid evidence to support this theory. Today, Zedekiah's Cave is a popular tourist attraction. Guided tours take visitors through its vast halls and narrow passages. Modern renovations and an audiovisual show enhance the experience, allowing visitors to imagine the cave's busy past. It was once a quarry for the materials used in the construction of King Solomon's first temple and other grand buildings that adorned the city. Debunking myths. Before the recent discovery, not only archaeologists and scientists but also scholars put forward theories about where Solomon's tomb might be. Some suggested Mount Zion, a hill in Jerusalem linked with the city of David, as a possible site for the royal tombs of the Davidic dynasty, including Solomon. However, this idea stemmed from a misunderstanding. The widely accepted belief that King David is buried on Mount Zion is not accurate. In reality, King David's burial place lies in the southeastern part of Jerusalem's Old City, south of the Temple Mount, known today as Yer David or the City of David. According to 1 Kings chapter 2 verse 10 in the Bible, King David died and was laid to rest in the City of David. The text also notes David's reign over Israel for 40 years, encompassing 7 years in Hebron and 33 years in Jerusalem. Following David's passing, Solomon succeeded his father on the throne and established his rule. Despite this, Zion historically refers to ancient Jerusalem. During the Middle Ages, Byzantine pilgrims mistakenly identified the hills south of today's Old City's Armenian Quarter as part of ancient Jerusalem and named it Mount Zion. The city David conquered was situated on a lower hill to the south of the Temple Mount. This hill was originally the Jebusite city, which became King David's capital and encompassed the entirety of Jerusalem for more than 200 years. Over time, the city expanded westward to include what is now known as Mount Zion. Over centuries, the mistaken belief that King David was buried on Mount Zion persisted. During the 2nd century CE, Jerusalem suffered destruction, Jews were exiled, and knowledge of King David's actual tomb location faded. The Bible offers an initial clue. It states that King David, along with his son Solomon and subsequent kings of Judah for the next 150 years, were interred in Yer David, likely a part of today's City of David. In 1913, French archaeologist Raymond Weil excavated what he thought could be tombs in Jerusalem's City of David, potentially the royal burial place of the earliest Old Testament kings. Some scholars disputed Weil's findings, but archaeologist Jeff Zorn's analysis suggests Weil might have been correct. Despite the long-standing belief, dating back to the 1st century CE historian Josephus, that King David's tomb lay on Mount Zion, Earlier biblical references point to David and other kings of that era being buried near the southern reaches of the city of David in ancient Jerusalem. Where precisely? Jeff Zorn posits we might already have the answer. He suggests that two quarried tunnels in the city of David might have once housed the remains of ancient Jerusalem